What up, crypto lovers and enthusiasts? Happy day today. 16 positive days of inflows for the BTC ETFs. We're going to take a look at an interesting chart. Big inflows yesterday. How big? We'll let you know when we look at this chart. We're also going to take a look at, obviously, Bitcoin. It's broken a 2-week downtrend, and according to Willy Woo, we could be seeing $75,000 and new all-time highs. If this happens, we'll take a look at that. And then we're going to finish it off by looking at my AI depend GPU narrative plays. All right, there are 10 plays that I have that are in that narrative, and I think AI is going to be, just call it AI. AI is going to be a depend and GPU, which umbrella it under AI. It's going to be a strong narrative, so you do want to have exposure to it, so you can take a look at the holdings that I have in that sector, in that narrative. And so without further ado, let's do this. Bitcoin, baby. It's what's for dinner. 71,309 right now. We make it out of this little area right here. Pretty much 71,800. I think we're going to make an attempt up here. All right. Now, this is good. I like to see this. Finally, a body above it, right? Not on the way down, on the way up, which is good, above 69,179. And hopefully this body right here will stay at least there. We'll have a body at least above this line, today's body, when that closes. Now remember, we have seen this before, right? Bodies above this line, all right? But we've just never been able to keep it. We've spent as much as over a week on here before losing it, and then a few days, and then another week or so, and about a week. So if we can average it, if we can stay up here for over a week, I think we are establishing a base. And if we can't do it this week, get up here and break it, then I think maybe next week or in the following weeks, as long as we can keep bodies over this, we're gonna this line of 69,179. We're gonna make this attempt. Now, here's an interesting thing from a guy named Willy Woo. Let me share that with you. If the price of Bitcoin reaches $72,000, it would act as a fuge, triggering the breakthrough of the $75,000 psychological level. On Twitter, $75,000 psychological level. On Twitter, Wu said tapping 72,000 is the fuse to set set to start a liquidation cascade. $1.5 billion in short positions ready to be liquidated all the way to 75,000 and new all-time highs. All right, so a move to $72,000 would liquidate $800 million worth of cumulative leveraged long positions across all exchanges, and above $72,500 mark, Bitcoin would trigger the liquidation of over $1.2 billion worth of leveraged long positions. So that's pretty cool, and we are really close, really, again, getting right past this area, 72,000, basically right here. All right, so he believes that if we touch that, then it's going to cause that liquidation, which would mean they have to close the positions, and that would cause the price to boom break up to here, 75,000. Now, I've mentioned that once we get out of this area, I think it would be a relatively quick move up higher, right? Maybe into the 80s, maybe into the 80s or the high 70s, right? Maybe into the $100,000 range relatively quickly. I don't see that we spend a huge amount of time, but if we move up high, we also have to come back and probably test to make sure that this area now, which would be all above here, all above 73,800, really is all price discovery, guys. So it's uncharted territory. We don't know exactly what would happen, but price discovery is usually very bullish, and we'll see how high it can go. But first, we got to get right back here. Got to see some bodies. It could be if he's right, 72,000, and then boom, we break up to 75,000, and then we'll see what happens there. But that's very bullish. We are getting away from this triangle that I mentioned, and that is pretty much the end of accumulation. So get them in, boys and girls, get them in. Also, I did want to mention this. This is 1, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. About 2 weeks, right, of a downtrend, basically, and we have really broken that the last 3 days, the last 2 days specifically, right? Because if you do a line like this, right, that's pretty much the downtrend, right? We've broken it. Yeah, the last 2.5 days, guys, basically we broke that. That's good, but we've done that before, right? And when we have broken it, you can see it right here. See it right here. See it right here, right? can see it right here as well, basically. Oh yeah, well this line right there, you can see that line right there. Right, have moved up. So let's see how high this goes. Let's see how high this goes. Hopefully Willy Woo is right and we start spending time in the $80,000 range. Okay, let's finish up with ETFs. Now I have mentioned to you other countries are starting to get into ETFs, but back to the USA, 16 straight days of positive inflows. All right, and this is starting to look a lot nicer, right? And this is yesterday. Today's the 5th. This was the 4th. Look at that huge what is that bar? Huge bar. It is actually since the inception of the Bitcoin spot ETFs, the second biggest inflow day ever. Okay, this one's the first one. I forget what day that is. I can't see it. Somewhere in March. Okay, a couple months ago, and this is the second largest ever. So let's see what happens. People are starting to get very, very bullish. You can smell the bullishness in the air, guys. And I think that's pretty good. So that's very, very, very good to see. We are getting closer and closer to that parabolic phase of Bitcoin, right? And crypto by extension. So let's take a look at all that stuff really quick. Let's see if we can see anything else from these other alternate charts of Bitcoin that I have drawn up. Looks like maybe we tested the top of this line. Looks like it's good. Maybe we're ready to go. Maybe, just maybe we are. Things look bullish above the 69,179, clearly above it. I like that this looks like a rounding bottom, right? So I mean that's bullish too. DXY, a couple of days of green, but still clearly a downtrend, right? Definitely see that, right? I hope you can. Let's see. Dow Jones rebounding up finally. This is good to see. NASDAQ definitely rebounding up. The all-time highs for NASDAQ, positive. S&P 500 rebounding up as well. We like to see government bond yields, 2-year yields, yes. Drop, baby, drop. 10-year yields, yes, we like that, guys. We like that. What does total 3 look like? Nice last 3 days moving up, and my portfolio has looked a lot greener recently. Not back to all-time highs, but it's definitely up over, I think, 350% in terms of gains. I have to go back and check that. I haven't really confirmed that, but I think it's somewhere around there. BTC dominance above over this line again. Let's see, do we start moving up again? As I maintained, the next time I think that we hit this line, we're going to go through it. So let's see, or maybe we come back up, come back down, test right here a little bit, and then move up eventually. We'll see what happens, but things are looking extremely, extremely bullish. Now let's take a look at my AI plays, guys. Total 3, let's go, baby. I like this. This is nice, right? Higher high, higher high, higher high, higher low, higher low, higher low. Nice and green. Yes, this is what we want to see. All right, AI DePIN GPU plays. All right, let's start with the first two. Trias because it's in everything. Okay, Trias because it's in pretty much every narrative, and nice big drop. Right, we are testing the other side of this line as we are doing, and I think eventually once it's done testing, we're going to break out of this triangle and we're going to start moving up. Once we move out of today, for example, it would be $9.83. Once we move out of this, I think it's going to start moving up pretty strong, and it's going to do it. Trias, if you want an AI play, Trias is actually an AI play. Another one that is actually an AI play as well is Veracity, believe it or not, and Veracity is at a incredible buy zone, 0.0051. It's not a huge high conviction play like Trias is for me, but it's still not bad. And I do have it earmarked to sell a little bit if I need it. If I find other projects that I like and I need capital to put it in, I'll sell a little bit of Trias. I haven't done it yet, but I do have it earmarked. There's a couple that I would sell before that. One of them is FabWelt, and the other one is Leo X, and I have been selling those two, just little bits to put that money into other projects. All right, but Veracity is also an AI play. Or AI is the next one. Or AI is, in contrast, doing really well. And since this drop, it was probably a few weeks, and now we're starting to see some green again after this move up. Drop, we lost about half of this move up, and now hopefully that's about it, and we start moving up again. Let's see what happens. $13.48. Ori iChain, really good project. It's done well for me. My average buy price is $2.43 at $13.48. It still has a long way to go up. Long way to go. I think this thing can go way up higher. $11.1 billion market cap would put it at $711. And can it get there? Damn Skippy, it can. Of course it can. Ori GHX is the next one. Gamer coin. Again, got out of this area and we are just kind of consolidating again, which is fine, which is cool. At 14 cents right now. My average buy price is 3 cents. Gamer coin, GPU, AI, and I think gaming narrative. Okay, all in one. Really bullish project. Chart looks very nice. Buying it right here is a great price because eventually it's going to go a lot higher. This peak right here was at 35 cents, by the way. It's at 14 cents, so you double your money buying right now. If it goes to that peak, honestly, when it goes to that peak, and then it'll blow past that eventually. That's GHX. Next one is Clintex CTI. I don't have huge conviction in Clintex CTI, but the chart honestly doesn't look that bad. Okay, as it's dropped here, does it come back down here like it has before? Once it does, and spend some time kind of testing it. It does move. It does pump. Right here, you can see it pumped up. Spend some time, pumped up, and just slightly higher than previous one. So the next one, it could be that if we do touch it, we're gonna pump up higher. We'll see. Not a huge conviction play for me, but you just never know. Clintex CTI, I do have some capital on it. My average buy price is 2 cents right now. It's at 3. DNX is the next one. Dynex supercomputing right here. My average buy price 67 cents right now. It's at 54 cents below this channel, but trying to get back in here. Recently, it made a nice little move up after this long drop. It got back all these gains, guys. Weeks and weeks of dropping, right? And it got those gains back in 1, 2, 3 days, basically 3 days. Now it's back down here, so it gave up a little bit of this little part right here, this little part right here of gains. I don't think it has to come back lower. It came up strong here. We got rejected, but I don't think it has to go too much lower. As you can see, strong wicks, which means a lot of buying right there. Eventually, we're going to break through here. This line, 57 cents. Right now, it's at 54 cents. If it goes a little lower, it's only because it's trying to get momentum to try to break through here, and eventually it will. Once it breaks through here, as it's done previously, it's going to try to touch the top part of this, which is at $1.16, and I think it's going to blow past that this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th time the charm. Dynex, bullish on this project. Also, another project that I'm bullish on. I'm bullish on all my holdings, or else I wouldn't be holding them. Layer AI, LAI, it's at 3 cents. My average buy price is at 5 cents. Yes, I'm underwater, but that doesn't really matter because this is just consolidation, and eventually it's gonna go up the other way. This is as high as 9 cents. So buying in at 3 cents up to 9 cents. What's that, like double your money, triple your money? What is that? Roughly. Almost a 200%, 188%. Pretty good. LAI, I see it on a lot of lists. People are very bullish on this project. Another project that I am also very bullish on is AGC, Argo Coin. Okay, Devolved AI is the name of the project. AGC is the ticker. 67 cents is my average buy price. Right now it's at 43 cents. This drop right here is because of FUD. People were just talking smack about the CEO, some mistakes that he did 20 years ago that he paid for, and openly admitted it. Also said stupid personal things about him being a bad parent. Like, what the hell does it have to do with crypto? I hope he's not. I'm sure he's not. People say the dumbest thing, and that's very offensive. But people's stupidity is also someone else's gain. Okay, this drop right here outside of this triangle is actually a great buy price. Okay, because dumb FUD, 43 cents is at a great price. My average buy price is 67 cents, and I think this thing is gonna go ballistic at some point. All right, AGC, Argo Coin, definitely one to research and get into if you like what you see. 2 more to go, guys, then we're done. Atlas Navi, you like cars, you like navigation, check out Atlas Navi, 28 cents, just above my average buy price of 25 cents. All right, I did make one more buy here, which lowered when it was down here, I think like 21 cents. As I said I would, and I did, lowered my average buy price just slightly and 28 cents is where it's at. Long consolidation. I think this thing's got a long way to go. I think it's got a lot more legs. Very cool project, very interesting project. A deep in play, Atlas Navi, definitely one to look at, and an extension of Trias, the last one, Triathlon. I do want to make one more buy. I want to see how low this thing can go. I don't know if it goes too much lower here. If you could do something like this, right? Getting close. I don't know if we come back and touch this maybe 33 cents level, but maybe we stop at like 35, 34. I'm getting close. I do want to add one more buy to this. Lower my average buy price of 41 cents is at 36 cents. To lower it a little bit, but a little bit is good. Eventually it's going to come back the other way. This is the AI arm of Trias, right? One of the layers of Trias, and I think it's going to do really well because I think Trias is going to do extremely well. So there you have it, guys. Those are my top 10. Those are my AI plays. Those are my AI bags. AI Deep in GPU, Trias, Veracity, ORAI, Gamercoin, GHX, CTI, Clintex CTI, Dynex, DNX, LAI is Layer AI, AGC is Argocoin, Atlas Navi, ticker Navi, and Grow Triathlon. All right, those are 10. Bitcoin is looking extremely bullish. ETFs continue to see inflows. Eventually it's going to stop. Eventually we're going to have a red day, but hopefully not soon. And let's hope Willy Woo is right regarding the short seller liquidations. If we get to 72,000, keep an eye out for that. Let's see what happens. Guys, if you can, please like, please subscribe, please leave a comment. I'm trying to grow this channel and all that stuff helps. With all that said, I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Peace. Together.